Welcome, beautiful people, to the making of this beautiful sleeve. Okay, so first we have to get our basic sleeve pattern. The link to making a basic sleeve pattern is in the description box. Okay, so once we have the basic sleeve pattern, we're going to open it up into 4 places, as you're going to see in this video right away. Mark the lines into 4 places. It can be 4 equal places so that everything will align. Mark, that is 3 lines equally, and then cut it open. We're not going to tear it out entirely. Okay, so just watch the video and you're going to understand. For our new subscribers, thank you so much. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. And if you've not subscribed, please do well to subscribe. Okay, you can see the way I've opened it up. You can open it as wide as you want, the lower part, so long as you want the fullness to be on the lower part. You can open it as wide as you want and then place it on the fabric that you're going to be using. Right, the two of them placed together for the two sleeves, because this is opened already, it's not cut in half. Okay, so I'm going to be trimming it side and the head of the sleeve, leaving sewing allowance. Right, sewing allowance. And then at the hem also, I'm going to cut, leaving sewing allowance of 1/2 inch. Just follow it around the way it is. This scissors is not quite sharp, but then we're going to be using it the way it is. Okay, you can see that they all match up, and that's the reason I said mark equal lines or cut them equal. Okay, so once this is done, we're going to move over to the next step. And what do we have in the next step? The next step is going to be to pleat the lower part after removing the pattern. Of course, you can gum your pattern back and use it for something else. Okay, so for the two sleeves, the upper part has no gathering. It is just normal the way it is. Okay, so where we're going to gather is just the lower part. And of course, the sleeve has a band. So after gathering it this way, the two of them together, we're going to be cutting the band. Now we're going to measure the band area, the height of the band that you want. We're going to measure the height of the band, call it like 3.5 inch or thereabouts. And then we'll measure the circumference of the base of the band, and then measure where the band is going to be fixed. And you can measure the sleeve itself to get an accurate measurement. So on this, after getting all the parameters that we want, we're going to be cutting, measuring it on a piece of paper. You can do this directly on your fabric, but I choose paper. Okay, mark the base and then mark the starting point. The measurements are not the same because the upper hand and the lower part has not, the measurements are not the same. So after marking this, I'm going to mark my seam allowance of 1/2 inch, and I'll rule it this way. So this is all the measurements that we want for this, and we're going to use it to cut on our fabric. Okay, so like I said before, if you've not subscribed, please do well and watch our previous videos. You have a lot to learn from this channel. So this is it, including the overlapping allowance, everything together. So I'm going to be sewing on the upper part, that is the base. I'll sew this way, right, and then sew the sides. Then the lower part I'm going to be joining to the sleeve. Now make sure you iron to keep everything beautifully looking. This is how it's going to look after fixing it on the sleeve. You can see how beautiful it is already. Now we're going to be fixing it to the sleeve. Of course, the sleeve is gathered, so the guideline is on the band. You see the way I fixed it, so beautiful to behold. I hope you understood something from this video. You can try it out, and of course I'm going to weave this part right around. I'm very sure you understood quite something, a lot, something beautiful from this tutorial. I need you to give it a trial and see how it's going to work out for you. Okay, so I have the button that I want to fix on this to make it more beautiful. You can see the way it is, so beautiful, and that's exactly what we have in the picture. And the next sleeve, you're going to see I've not added button to this. Isn't this beautiful? Thank you.